Hi, I'm Curtis Christensen, Managing Director of the Los Alamos Program Management Office here at TechSource. TechSource is honored to have the opportunity to support Hilltoppers basketball. We are part of the lab's triad team working towards mission delivery, and we are part of the community right here, living the example that it is team that gets it done. To borrow some of the famous Coach Wooden's words, the main ingredient to winning is team, all the team, the players that listen, push, and focus during practice, the support from the bench, and those five on the court. Los Alamos is a special community. We count ourselves lucky to be able to have the opportunity to support its people, events, and organizations. Good luck today. Go Toppers.
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers.
This is Wendy Servey. I'm from the Los Alamos Fire Department. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief. And thank you for inviting me to the Toppers game today. Now we have a recruit, Academy 31 going on. They're in their recruitment period. They'll be done in May. And we're also recruiting for another academy right after that. If you enjoy fitness, if you enjoy teamwork, you work well with others, you have a dedication to your sport, then you're probably going to have a dedication to the team. And that's what we're looking for, because firefighting is a team sport. A lot of times we have to collaborate with a lot of agencies in the area as far as the community, the police department, the hospital. So you have to have good people skills, and I know that Toppers have good people skills. We're also looking for some people who have dedication to what's going on or the task at hand. Firefighting is a team sport, so we would welcome anything that you can give to us, because we're looking for you, and go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the Nature Center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, Toppers, on your season.
In. And hi, everybody, and welcome to Academy High School, and welcome to the first round of the 2023 the New Mexico State Baseball Championships. And this morning, it will be the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers going up against the Academy Chargers. This is Gene Mortensen, along with my good buddy Mike Mays, and it'll be our pleasure to bring you this ball game. This is the second of the 3 games. They played the best 2 out of 3. They played one here last night at last evening, and Academy winning that ball game 8-5. It would be 8-5, 8-4. But anyway, so Academy wins the first one. So if Academy wins the second one, this first game this morning, then it's that is the end of the Los Alamos softball season, baseball season. If the Hilltoppers win this first game, then we'll have a little break, and then we'll have another game. So we could have a doubleheader today, depending on how things go. And so we're all ready to go. And the Hilltoppers, of course, they will be their visiting team, so they'll be up first. And it's going to be Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop for Los Alamos. He'll be the first batter. And it starts to take a little swing, pulls it back. It's called a strike. And so we are here at Academy. This is a beautiful field they have here at Academy, just like everything else they have at Academy. Everything is first rate. And the next pitch is low. Is there a scoreboard around here?
Yes, there is a scoreboard in left center field. It's
I see it. Yeah, barely.
Yeah, it's pretty far away. It's not very well angled. It's okay angled for the Academy crowd, not so much for where we're sitting. But in any event, it is 2-1 the count to Diego Rodriguez, and he is facing Satish Reicher, the Chargers starting pitcher, and we'll get the lineups for you here momentarily as Rodriguez fouls one off out of play. 2-2 the count, just underway here in the top of the first inning. Game 2, Class 4A state championship, Gene, and like you said, we couldn't have asked for a better day.
Yes, and so there's a foul ball down the left side, right down the left sideline. And so that still counts. We're going to remain at 2-2. Beautiful day, Mike. My golly, I couldn't. There's not a. Well, that's all I see. A few teeny tiny clouds over the mountains, but that's it. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and this one's also going to be fouled off. So Diego, the shortstop, normally a good hitter, he is hanging in there, and he's working the pitcher there for Academy, and that is Satish. Was it Reicher? Reicher. Satish Reicher. I think Satish Reicher is their best hitter. He's got something like a 518 batting average or something like that.
That's not too shabby.
No, not so. And so there's a
pop up over to second base, and it's handled easily by the second baseman Riley Bleicher. So that is out number 1. So actually pretty good at bat there. Dylan, I'm sure would have liked to have gotten on base, but saw a fair number of pitches, made Reicher work for that out. Went away here for the Toppers, and that'll bring Aiden Logan to the plate. He is the center fielder for Los Alamos.
Yeah, right-handed batter, and so one away here. This pitch is inside. Boy, that was really inside. And boy, that backed Aiden up on that one. So Aiden steps back in again, and so we'll.
I think Aiden is saying that ball got a piece of him.
It might have. It was really inside, and Aiden had to kind of jump back. And so the plate umpire and the third base umpire are talking things over. I'm out there with Jason Martinez, the head coach of the Hilltoppers. So we're still having a little conference. So this right away, the second batter, and already got a problem. Let's see what he's going to rule here.
He's going to rule nothing. So
like
that was a ball, but Aiden reacted to that right away. Like that may have gotten him a little bit on the wrist.
Yes, it did.
Had he been a little more demonstrative, he might have been able to sell that call.
Yeah, there's a swing and miss. Yeah, that's exactly right. He should have thrown himself backwards.
Yeah, he should have done a World Cup or something and just, if he has a razor in his glove, he could have cut himself and started bleeding. So, that would have, you got to sell these.
Yeah, you really do. You can't just step back a little and get out of the way. I mean, you got to, you got to sell this thing to the umpire. There's a swing and a miss, and so that's a strikeout. So Aiden Logan goes down, swinging on a hard fastball, and so that's going to bring up Drew Watkins, and he is the third baseman, Mike.
Yep, Drew Watkins, left-handed batter, number 3 in the lineup. In the on-deck circle is the designated hitter Jack Moody. But we'll see 2 down here for the Toppers, top of the first inning against Reicher, who's throwing very, very hard early here.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's putting everything he's got behind that. That pitch was a hard fastball, but low. So the count is 1-0 to Drew. And this one's also going to be a ball, so 2-0. So Drew ahead on the count now, right? 2-0. And we're stuck behind the backstop in a loud, terrible angle. But
yeah, not the best angle, but another fastball from Reicher. That's going to catch the outside corner. 2-1 the count. 2 away here, boy. I can't get over it. You can't ask for a better day than we got right now.
Oh heavens! That's a called strike, low and outside.
Ooh, boy, I don't know about that one.
I don't either. So low and outside pitch, but he calls it a strike, so that's what makes it 2-2. The count, and Drew Watkins, left-handed batter for Los Alamos. So this one's low, so it's a full count.
I think Reicher was actually trying to go for that same spot there. If he's going to get that call all day, that's going to make his job a lot easier.
Yeah, it certainly is. So here he is going to come with the full count pitch. And that's going to be outside. So Drew Watkins draw. Drew's a watch. A walk. Anyway, so Drew goes down there, Mike, and now we got the designated hitter, Jack Moody.
Moody, big kid, right-handed batter. Runner on first here. No score yet here in the top of the first inning. Toppers do or die here in this game 2 of this best-of-3 series as Moody fouls one off to the screen. And Toppers fell behind early yesterday, Gene. Had to play catch-up the entire game 1 and actually got close, but a little bit of a rally there toward the end of the game by the Chargers. Put that one away.
Yeah, the ball gets away from the catcher, and so heading down to second base is Drew Watkins. So a runner now in scoring position for the Hilltoppers on the pitch that got away from the catcher, and so Jack Moody, and I believe the count is 1-1. I do believe, and so the tee's taking a lot of time. This one's going to be low and inside. So right now it's 2-1 with a runner on second.
And Watkins on second base, he's taking a huge lead.
Yes, he certainly is.
And Reicher doesn't seem to be too worried about him as he delivers to the plate. That one's going to be low and inside. 3-1 the count to the cleanup hitter, Moody. And he should get something to hit here.
Yeah, he really should. 3-1. This has to be a one down the middle. And Moody fouls it off.
Well, that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you do with a meatball. Just foul it off and make it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Full count. 2 outs, runner on second. Top of the first inning, no score. Albuquerque Academy. And this one also was fouled off. And this is the second game of the series. The way they do the state baseball tournament is you go to the school of the higher seed, and you play a best 2 out of 3. Turns out Los Alamos got the 9 seed, Academy got the 8 seed. Otherwise, we'd be up in Los Alamos right now.
Just kind of an anomaly as Bude swings and misses. Good inside fastball by Satish Reicher. So that will end it for the Toppers in the top of the first. No runs on no hits, no Academy errors, and 1 left on base. So the Chargers coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. They're going to send Luke Lasky, the center fielder, to the plate. He'll be followed by Michelangelo Duva. He's the left fielder. Reicher will bat third. He is the first baseman. And if any of those gentlemen get on, Matt Delaney is a cleanup hitter. He is the first baseman for the Toppers. Coming out into the field this beautiful morning, Gavin Mitchell starts things off at first base. Kyle Evanhus at second base. Drew Watkins is the third baseman. Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop for Los Alamos. Zach Gonzalez, the left fielder. Aiden Logan, the center fielder. Dylan Marciano gets the start in right. Esteban Trujillo starting behind the plate. And on the mound for the Toppers, Maddox Martinez. And he has got his work cut out for him today. This is a very, very solid Academy lineup, and Los Alamos knows that firsthand. And the Chargers have put up a fair number of runs on the Toppers throughout this whole season. This is going to be the fourth meeting between these two teams. The Chargers rather won both the regular season meetings and yesterday's game 1. So the Toppers, with their backs to the wall here in this second game of the 3-game series, if they want to advance, they gotta pull this one out, Gene.
Yeah, back in March, and on March 4th, the Los Alamos they played Academy down here in a tournament, lost that one 11-1, and then a couple of weeks later or so, Academy came to Los Alamos for a regular game, non-district game, and the Academy won that ball game 6-4. And so that may have played into the seeding because the Killhoppers had a much better record than Academy did, and all the way around. But of course, when you're doing the seeding, what's interesting, Mike, is that I'll tell you what's interesting here in a minute. As we get into the bottom of the first inning, now here comes a wind, and it's Luke Lasky. He is a center fielder for Academy, a right-handed batter. And it was a beautiful morning, but now the wind's blowing. Boy, swing and miss. Wow, a nice pitch that time for the Hilltoppers by Matty Martinez. So anyway, at the plate, and right now it's of course a 0-0 ball game. We're in the bottom of the first inning. If the Hilltoppers, there's a called strike, and caught the outside corner, and so it makes it 1-1. So let's see, Maddox on the line on the mound. This one's going to be a little low and outside. So right now, not a whole lot going on. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Matty makes it their opening batter, and he takes a swing, fouls it off. It's going to remain at 1-2. He'll be followed by Michelangelo Duva. Oh, there you go. You must have a nickname, Mickey.
My name is Michelangelo. I absolutely go by Michelangelo all the time. And that one just outside.
He took its cut and then pulled it back. And the umpire checked with the first base umpire to see whether he took an actual swing or not. But yeah, he started to go for that one. So still 2 strikes on him. And this one is fouled off.
Oh boy, that one just fouled down the right side for the Toppers. Dylan Marciano kind of shaded over towards center field. Had that gotten fair, had that stayed fair, Gene, Lasky would have gotten on his horse. That would have been a problem.
Yes, yes, it would have. Whoa, and this one is that's a good thing they have a backstop. That pitch would have hit a car in a parking lot.
Oh, that would have been right into the parent stand right there, right behind the right behind home plate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where we were kicked out of. So there's a ground ball that's going to go to the shortstop. A nice throw by. So the Hilltoppers, good play for the Hilltoppers as the ball went as it roared out there to the shortstop for Los Alamos and Diego Rodriguez, and he scooped it up and a nice throw to first, and so the lead batter Luke Lasky is he grounds out to the shortstop Diego Rodriguez, and now here's Michelangelo Duva, and
he gets drilled in the back. Yes. First pitch.
So,
that didn't look like a fastball. It looked like a breaking ball that got away from Martinez. Yeah. But hits him kind of in the upper back, but he is aboard with 1 out.
Yeah, so Michelangelo up there.
And, the rest of them Ninja Turtles are not going to like that at all. So
no, they're not.
Raphael, he takes that stuff very, very seriously.
Now Satish Reicher comes up, and he is a left-handed batter, and he's the leading hitter for Academy. This pitch is a little high. So runner on first, there's 1 out, and Michelangelo Duva got hit by the pitch. So no respect for Michelangelo there from Matty Martinez. No, nice pitch. Whoa.
He was a flash in the pan artist anyway. Who even knows who that is?
Yeah, really. So Tashish with a 1-1 count. Whoa, that was a pretty pitch right on the outside corner. And there goes the runner, and the throw's going to go down to second. It's going to be way too late, and actually overthrows second base, and they scoop it up. Second threw over the base, but it didn't make any difference anyway because Michelangelo, he was already there when they were. He took off immediately. He was already there when the Hilltoppers were getting ready to heave the ball. They were ready to go as Esteban Trujillo, the catcher, and so.
Oh boy! Wow. One nice pitch there, right at the knees by Martinez, but he does not get the call.
No,
that was a heck of a pitch. I don't know where he missed.
I don't either. Satish, boy, he belts one. This is going to go out into deep center field. And that's going to bring home a run. And Satish he's going to hold up at first base, but hard hit ball out into left field. Number 10 and bounced in, so Satish starts things off with a nice hit out into center field, but that's going to bring home Michelangelo Duva. So he comes home, makes it a 1-0 ball game, and now Matt Delaney, the first baseman, is up. Big kid, and so Matty puts in a fastball, and that's going to make it ball 1. No, strike. I'm sorry. Strike one. A fastball ball. Anyway, this one hits the dirt. Can't believe they don't have artificial turf here.
That's a little surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think they would have, and not just regular artificial turf, like the best there is.
Yes, there is. Yeah, the girls yesterday in the softball game, we had to play it at Milwaukee because played that first round game. There's a swing and a miss, and so, but the girls were all every time a girl went to a base for whatever reason, they had to dive, and they've been doing that all season. And by the time the game is over, their uniforms are just a muddy mess. There's a swing and miss. So that retires Matt Delaney, and so. But the girls kept diving yesterday on the artificial turf, and that was certainly different. But now here comes, let's see, it's Mark McNaney. He's a designated hitter. And we have a called strike to start things off. Still have that runner on second base.
But it was kind of funny yesterday in softball. I counted at least half a dozen completely unnecessary slides.
Totally. Yes. He whacks one.
Whoa.
Boy, and that's going to go deep center field. And that's going to go over the fence. No, let's see. No, it pulled in by Los Alamos. I'm sorry. Yeah, and it comes right to Aiden Logan out at second. I thought that thing, he backed all the way up to the fence, and that's a long way away from here. Like I say, we don't have we're sitting behind a screen, and it's not easy to see out there. But anyway, Matt, so Mac McNaney flies out to center, but the Academy does put in the run, so they now lead 1-0 over Los Alamos, and so that will swing us around to the top of the first inning, and the top of the second inning. Hilltopper will come to bat, and Mike, if I am correct, we're going to go with Zach Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's correct, Gene. The Zach Gonzalez, the left fielder, going to lead things off. He'll be followed by Gavin Mitchell, the first baseman, Kyle Evanhus, the second baseman, and if anyone gets aboard, Esteban Trujillo, the catcher, due up here in the top of the second inning against Satish Reicher. And Reicher, like I say, he has some steam on his fastball. The good news for the Toppers, though, in that first inning, Gene, they made Reicher throw a lot of pitches.
Yeah, they really did.
Even though just four batters came up, Reicher he had to be close to 25 pitches in that inning.
Oh yeah, he was almost going a full count with all of them. They were all getting up to 3 balls or whatever, and so yeah, a lot of pitches, and so now Zach Gonzalez, the left fielder, comes up for Los Alamos, and so left-handed batter. So Moody facing the left-handed batter, brings it down, and nice pitch, calling strike. Boy, and that was a good one. And Zach just decides to take a look at it. Those are the kinds you got to hit, Zach. This one is going to go into the dirt. Well, let's see that. It's really nice here because all the way around behind the home plate and behind the first base dugout, the first baseline and the third baseline, it's all dirt. It's all grass. Infield is all grass except for the running paths. So pretty. It's a nice, pleasant place to be.
Boy, yeah. I mean, one thing about Academy, we just love coming here. Everything they've got is first rate.
Oh yeah, and you have
you name it. It is fantastic.
Oh yeah, and it's all very green around here, and all kinds of trees, and it's a and it's the same way with the football field. Football field always, as I always say, when we do the football field, I feel like I'm in the Midwest somewhere in the fall. There's a swing and miss, and so Zach Gonzalez goes down, swinging.
It'll bring Gavin Mitchell up to the plate. He is the number 6 batter for Los Alamos, right-handed batter. And one away here, 1-0 in favor of the Chargers. Just underway in the second inning, top of the second inning. But Reicher, ooh, nice fastball. Boy, he's got some zip on his fastball.
Yes, he really does. Gavin is the first baseman for Los Alamos. And facing right now, he's 1 strike against him. And so this one's going to be a little low, and then the ball hits the backstop, which I'm glad is there, because otherwise it had conked me right smack.
Yeah, that would have been right in the top of the head.
Yes. That bounced right off my forehead. So anyway, so I think the count right now is 1-2 to Gavin Mitchell. That's a nice hit. That was going to go out into center field. That's going to be. Is that gone?
No, that was off the that was off the fence.
Yes.
Mitchell just missed that by about 2 feet.
Yeah,
but he's going to get on second with a stand-up double.
The way everybody stopped, they were all chasing the ball, and the way everybody suddenly stopped, I thought that thing cleared it because it's way out there in center field.
This is a gigantic field, by the way.
Yes, it is.
We don't have the dimensions. This is a big field, and for the topper, Mitchell hits the about mid, halfway up the fence on the fly.
And now Kyle Evans, who comes to bat for Los Alamos. So Kyle, he's a very good athlete. He's a quarterback for the football team. He starts for the basketball team. And Kyle is just a sophomore. So, this pitch is going to be a little low.
Yep, Kyle has a very bright athletic future in front of him.
Yes, he certainly does.
A big opportunity here, swing and a miss. I think Reicher took a little bit off of that pitch. 1-1 the count, but big opportunity here for Evan Huss with a runner on second and 1 away.
Yeah, we have the golden opportunity here to get somebody home and tie this ball game up. And Kyle's going to foul this one off. So he's sitting here now, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Reicher keeps losing his hat. He's lost his hat after almost every pitch so far.
Have to get one of those little straps.
Yeah, he's gonna need to adjust it.
Yes.
The Chargers all have fitted hats, by the way. Actually, that's kind of the MO in high school baseball now. When I was playing baseball, we were lucky to get one of those trucker caps.
No, yes.
Those are horrible.
Yes. Well, I know what you mean, because I played football, which was 100 years ago, and we had the old leather helmets. They were of no use whatsoever. In fact, I got knocked out one time in practice. So Kyle Evans fouls it off down the right, down the right side.
That actually looked pretty good coming off the bat, but it just kind of sliced off into foul territory. But again, and there was a ton of foul territory down that right side.
Yeah, there is. Boy, if that's one of those balls, if it hits fair and then goes into foul territory, it's going to be a long, long run for the right fielder. throw to second, and
they're going to get him.
They call him out.
They are going to get Gavin. I don't think Mitchell got back to the base.
Yeah, he may not have, and so
I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, he was way off. That was not that great of a pickoff move there by Reicher. I mean, that was a pretty soft toss to second base, and boy, that was just about the slowest pickoff attempt I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't think they had a prayer. I mean, I couldn't believe they called him out. I thought he got back there easily. So now Kyle Evans has nobody on base, and there's two away, and
boy, we have a timeout here, and Jason Martinez, the Topper manager, doesn't like something, but
probably didn't like that out.
Probably, well, he didn't like that out, but yeah, like I said, I don't. I'm not 100% sure Mitchell ever even got back to the base.
Yeah, I know, but he was. Yeah, because like you say, this one is also fouled off by Kyle, so he. Yeah, they're the pitcher for Academy is. Boy, they're working him. He's throwing a lot of pitches, like Mike said, and but I couldn't believe they out there on that Gavin Mitchell got picked off, and I didn't think they had a prayer. There's a hit out into left field, and going to be. That'll drop in left field out there. So a nice little floater out there out into left field. And so that's going to put Kyle in it. So, and I don't think that probably not would have scored Gavin Mitchell, but he would have at least gone to third. But anyway, so right now we have Kyle on first, and here comes Esteban Trujillo. He's the catcher. And so this one's a little low, but it's too bad that Satish that Gavin Mitchell got picked off because we lost an out, swing and miss, but the problem, Mike, is we lost an out and we lost a possible run.
Yeah, that single there by Evanhus might have scored Mitchell.
Yeah, it would have been close because it
was not very deep, but it hung up for a while.
Yes.
And well, I don't know if Mitchell would have been going. There would have been one out at the time, but well, there was two outs at the time he hit it, but
yes. So there's two away, and so we have Kyle Evans, who's down on first base right now. Esteban Trujillo, the catcher, is at the plate. This pitch, inside, called strike. Whoa. Okay, and so let's see, that scoreboard is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Through the screen and everything, I can't even see that scoreboard. This one's going to get away from the catcher, so Kyle's going to head down to second. They're not going to make a play, and so Kyle Evan, he's in scoring position, and Satish Reicher, the pitcher, is boy. Hope he has a good strong arm because boy, the Hilltoppers are forcing him to throw buku pitches. So here he comes, and this is a high foul ball behind the plate.
That wasn't heading toward us because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, I hope somebody tells us if it's kind of us because I do not see it. And we're almost directly underneath the sun, and I never would have found it.
No.
But in any event, that is, we're okay. I know that's what everybody at home is concerned about. We are fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we survived this one. Mike and I were up in Farmington, Whoa, called a strike
boy.
on the outside corner. Wow.
And that was an Enrico Palazzo call too. That was very demonstrative, but down goes Esteban Trujillo looking. So for the Toppers, no runs, 2 hits, but a costly pick off of second base. No Academy errors and nobody or 1 left, excuse me. So after 1.5, still 1-0 in favor of the Chargers. So we swing around to the bottom of the second inning. And coming up for the Chargers, Gene, we're going to have Ryan Williams, the catcher. He'll be followed by the so easy to pronounce third baseman, Makoa Mukai.
Good job.
And then Andrew Olson, the right fielder, to face off against Maddox Martinez. So,
yeah, so
let's see, we are 6, 7, and 8 batters due up for the Chargers. Toppers down 1-0 here after an inning and a half. The Toppers, actually, this is the second game of the 3-game series. The Toppers have not led yet.
No, they haven't. No, and in fact, yesterday, I think after 4 innings, they were down 5-1 after 4 innings, and then the Hilltoppers put together a 4-run inning, which caught up. But then after that, it was Academy just they won 1-run inning and then a 2-run inning, and they finally ended up with 8. And Hilltoppers, I believe, 8-5, I think the final was. But anyway, the bottom line is that Los Alamos loses the first game. If they lose this game, then everything is history. So here we go. So starting things off now for Academy, and this is going to be Ryan.
Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams is at the plate. And
I can't believe you can't read my writing, Jane. That's stunning to me.
Boy, he belts one out into left field. Wow, and boy, he put some power behind that one. So he gets a nice base hit out into left field and scooped up out there in left for the Hilltoppers in left field, and Zach Gonzalez scoops it up for Los Alamos. Now we have another left-handed batter. Here we go, Mike. Makoa Mukai. So, and
well, he is looks every bit Hawaiian there too.
He does.
He is a big-bodied dude.
Yeah, he looks like he could be from Samoa.
Yeah,
oh my God, he is a big guy. Left-handed batter, and he's going to foul this one off. And okay, that one didn't come in our direction. Like I say, we survived that first one. And Mike and I were up in Farmington broadcasting a basketball game, and they had us on a table in the balcony, and my seat fell off the table. So I went down and conked my head, and then Mike came down and fell on top of me.
Yeah, we had about literally 1 inch of space behind our chairs.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised that didn't happen sooner than it did.
Yeah, it was right at the end of the game too.
Yeah. Gene lost his Gene's legs went out at the bottom. I turned around to see what had happened, and I lost mine as well.
Yes. So, where are we on the count, Mike?
So 1 and 2 the count to Mukai, Makoa Mukai, left-handed batter, and as he fouls one off, still runner on first for the Chargers.
And so this one is going to This one he's going to put out into right field. So he zings one out into right field, and so he ends up on first base. So Mukai gets the single, but that's going to move Ryan Williams all the way around to third.
No, they sent him back to second. Don't know what happened.
I don't know. We're having another big meeting out there, and
yeah, Jason Martinez coming out to talk to his pitcher, and Maddox, the two he let a couple of singles back to back here. Those weren't bad pitches that they hit. That last one to Mukai was actually a pretty good pitch right on the outside corner. And Mukai didn't hit it very well, actually. He just kind of got it off the end of his bat, but he was able to drop it in just in fair territory.
Yes.
So, no, Maddox isn't throwing poorly at this point. So that was, I think you're going to, I'm not sure what Jason was seeing or wasn't seeing. Now, the fact of the matter is, Gene Los Alamos has got to win this game. So, Jason may have to take a more rolls of the dice than he wants to, because the Toppers absolutely have to win this ball game.
Yeah, but they do end up sending Ryan Williams back to second base.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Don't know what the deal with that was, but so Matty Martinez steps off the mound, turns around, faces second, and doesn't do anything with it. So he'll come back now, and he will face. Right now, Mike, he's facing Andrew Olson, and Andrew look attempted bunt, and so
it wasn't a very good attempt.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't square around all the way. He just kind of. That was a very half-hearted bunt there, and it caught a piece of the bat. I don't even necessarily think he was trying to hit the ball.
Yeah, so right-handed batter, and there's the bunt. That's going down to first.
That's trouble.
And is anybody covering?
No. Martinez trying to get the second baseman late to get over covering that. That was an excellent bunt, by the way, right down the first baseline. Having to come in to get it was Mitchell, and when he turned around, nobody was at first yet.
That's right, nobody covered. So he bunts it and gets on, and that's going to bring up Riley Bleicher, and Riley is the second baseman. He's got the bases loaded right now,
and nobody out.
Yes. So he has a chance for a grand slam home run.
Now we'll see what kind of pop he has. I don't know. If he's hitting number 9 in the lineup, that's usually not a great indication of his power. Left-handed batter, by the way.
Yeah.
No, that is not a fact. We'll see. Toppers drawn in on the infield for the play at the plate.
Just because they're batting last, that doesn't mean they're the worst.
This could be a surprise. You don't know.
You never know. Left-handed batter, bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch is going to be inside for a ball. And count is 1-1. Boy, right now the Hilltoppers should have on that bunt. They should have had that. Easily. Andrew Olson should have been picked off easily. He would have advanced the runners, but then there he swings and fouls one off and makes it a strike two. But the problem, Mike, is that you could see it right away. Right away. Everybody ran in, picked up the bunt, and then you look up there and there's nobody at first base. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but nobody covering. By the time someone got over, Olson able to slide into first safely.
Yeah, boy, there's a wacko, and that's going to go out into the center field. That's going to score at least 2 runs. So sliding in and bringing in the third run of the ball game, and that was Michael McKay. So Riley Williams comes in from third easily, and then sliding in unnecessarily. They all love to slide. I don't know what it is, Mike, but McKay.
Makoa Mukai.
Yeah, Makoa Mukai.
It's pronounced exactly as it's written, Gene. I don't know what the problem is. Makoa Mukai.
Yeah.
And that's still nobody out. Runners at first and second. We're back up to the top of the order, Gene. Luke Lasky.
Yes, we are.
And he's he watches a ball 1-0. 3-0 ball game in favor of the Chargers, and the Chargers still well in business. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, they have runners on first and second right now, and nobody out, and they're pouring it on here in the second inning. This one gets away from the catcher, Esteban Trujillo, but he just chases it down, no problem. So right now, standing out there is Andrew Olson, the right fielder. He's the one that bunted, and so he ended up on that play. He ended up on second, and then Riley Bleicher with a nice hit. He gets he's at first base, and we're, like Mike said, we're at the top of the order. There goes the throw down to third as it got away from Esteban. So,
actually, Esteban ate it. He correctly ate the ball there. As that ball squirted away. That one in the dirt hit him off the chest protector and squirted away from him. Runners advanced. Trujillo wound up to throw to third, but saw he didn't have a play and just held on to the ball. That was the correct play there by Esteban.
So now there's runners on second and third. Over on third base is Andrew Olson, and Riley Bleicher is on second base, and we're at the top of the order, as Mike says. And so he ends up with 14, Luke Lasky draws a walk. And so guess what, Mike? We have the bases loaded again. And still nobody out.
Nobody out. And 3-0 ball game. And I don't know, Maddox was throwing pretty well, but those couple of other hits that seems to really sparked the Chargers.
Yes. Nice pitch, fastball. And taking a look at it, let's see. They got number 14. That sets.
Oh, that is not Michelangelo, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Looking at the wrong number here. Michelangelo Duva. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. And he eventually came around to score.
Yeah, he scored the first run of the ball game, and the only run of the ball game at that time. But anyway, so they're sitting down there with the bases loaded once again after the walk by Luke Lasky. So Lasky's at first, and down at second base is Andrew Olson, and then Riley Bleicher sitting on second base, and count right now is 0-2. So Maddox ahead on the count, but way behind otherwise. Bases loaded, and boy, I mean, reaching for it that time. Michelangelo, I mean, he goes down swinging, but I can't even say he went down swinging. He just kind of he went down sticking out the bat.
That was a breaking ball there from Martinez. That might have been his best pitch so far in this ball game, and that just that started inside on Michelangelo, ended up on the outside corner. Actually, it may have been off the plate.
Well, here comes their left-handed batter, their best hitter, Satish. The ball gets away from Esteban, but nobody makes a move.
Well, with one out, I don't think they're gonna. And their best hitter on at the plate, I don't think they're gonna mess around too much on the bases here.
No, I don't think so. But he's the pitcher, and he's left-handed batter. and an excellent hitter. So let's see what they do. It's a high. It's a high pop fly when it's going to go over toward third base, and that one's going to be pulled in for the Hilltoppers by Drew Watkins.
That was a big out for Martinez there.
Yeah, it really was.
Not quite out of the woods yet. Still runners.
Base is still loaded.
Base is still loaded, but get past a very tough hitter. Matt Delaney, the cleanup hitter, first baseman up for the Chargers. 2 down here, so that takes a little bit of pressure off.
Yeah, Delaney struck out last time he was up. And so, anyway, right now, well, the Hilltoppers can get out of this inning, they'd be in pretty good shape, not so bad a shape, but right now, let's see, what's that score out there?
3-0.
3-0.
So, yeah, if Martinez can avoid any further damage, Topper's going to be all right. If a nice pitch there, outside corner, and Delaney a little mad at himself. He kept the bat on his shoulder,
yes,
and said, "Wow, that was a heck of a pitch there."
He didn't even try to go for that.
No, didn't even flinch.
Yeah, he's got that bat way back, and then there's a ground ball down to second, throw to first. So they retire Delaney. So he grounds out to second base. And so that makes it so the Hilltoppers, after a rough go, they get out of that inning, and Mike, 8 batters came up for Academy in that inning. So they almost batted around. Thank goodness they didn't screw up my scorebook.
That would have been the worst thing that had happened to you, Gene.
Yes, it would have been.
But the Chargers send 8 batters to the plate and come up with the minimum you can have sending 8 batters to the plate. That is 2 runs. So 2 runs, 4 hits, no Topper errors. And they leave the bases juiced. Actually had the bases loaded in 1 out, but Martinez coming back after a little bit of a shaky start to that inning, struck out Michelangelo Duva, and got Satish Reicher to foul out. Actually, there was bases loaded, nobody out. Yes. Got Satish Reicher to foul out to Drew Watkins at third base, and then the ground out by Matt Delaney to end it. So Topper's coming up in the top of the 3rd inning, Gene, and they are going to send to the plate Maddox Martinez. He will lead things off, and then we'll swing around to the top of the order. Diego Rodriguez, and then Aiden Logan due up against Satish Reicher. Still on the mound. And it's managed to avoid a whole lot of trouble Satish has, but like we say, he's got to be up around the 50 pitch mark already.
Oh, yeah, he's way up there. So here comes the pitcher for Los Alamos, batting first pitch and whacks it down to second. Easy play. Well, ground ball down to second on the first pitch, and the second baseman just scoops it up and over to first for an easy out. So
24, Diego Rodriguez. One away for the top of the order. Diego Rodriguez, leadoff batter. He is the shortstop for the Hilltoppers. So trying to get a little bit of something going here in the top of the 3rd inning. Rodriguez offers at the first pitch and fouls that one straight back and out of play.
Yeah, so Diego, the shortstop, is at the plate. He'll be followed by Aiden Logan. Aiden is the center fielder, but right now Diego, normally a very good hitter, very good fielder, but so he looks at a ball.
1-1 the count to Rodriguez. He popped up to the second baseman, his first at bat of the ball game. That was a long at bat, by the way. That kind of set the tone for Los Alamos. That was about a 7-8 pitch at bat for Diego. Fouled off several balls.
Yeah, he did. He had a full count, and he had a full count. He just kept fouling him off and fouling him off, and then finally popped out to second base. Swings and misses on this one, so down goes Diego.
Got him to chase a fastball. Looked like it was a little bit off the plate, but that is out number 2 after the strikeout. That is going to bring Aiden Logan to the plate for Los Alamos, number 2 batter. He is the center fielder. Logan 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning.
Yes, so and right now the first 2 batters from Los Alamos retired fairly easily. A ground out to second and then a strikeout. And so now Aiden Logan at the plate for Los Alamos swings at this one and doesn't connect. And so Aiden Logan trying to keep things alive here at Los Alamos, who now trail in this ball game. See, there's a called strike. Boy, that was easy.
Boy, not three pitches, 3 strikes, and
he didn't have to work very hard for that one.
No, and actually, that was probably not what Los Alamos wanted. Even if they did not, not doing anything there. No runs, no hits, no errors, no toppers left. But after 2 kind of laborious innings there for Reicher, he needed a quick inning and he got it.
Yeah, he really did.
So that's a little unfortunate for the toppers that they were not able to make him work a little harder. So that will do it. 3-0 after 2.5 innings for Los Alamos. Coming up to bat for the Albuquerque Academy Chargers, Mark McNaney, the designated hitter. He'll be followed by Ryan Williams, the catcher, and then Mukoa Mukai, the third baseman, that is due up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the Toppers are hoping none of the Chargers go home sweet home in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Keep the score reasonable at this juncture in the ball game. So Martinez still on the bump right now. He got his pops, Jason Martinez, the Topper manager, came out and talked to him during that 2nd inning.
Well, he had a rough 2nd inning too. Bases loaded, nobody out. And then we finally got an out. Now we have bases loaded with 1 out. And it's amazing that they held that they were able to hold Academy to only 2 runs in that particular in that inning. And right now at the plate for Academy is let's see. Oh yeah, it's Mark McNaney. He's a designated hitter and flied out to center first time he was up. So right now, 2-0 is the count. So he's way ahead of the count here on Maddox Martinez. This one's going to be high, so that's going to be 3-0.
And Maddox, all 3 of those pitches have been a little bit high.
Okay. Comes that meatball. Give him the green light.
So 3-2 coming up here.
If I was the head coach, boy, he'd be swinging.
No.
Ball 4.
Boy, the baseball and softball this year, they have not stuck to that script, Gene. I'm a little upset about that.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, every time they get up to the 3-0 and we wait for that meatball and no meatball, they end up throwing the ball. And it's, normally they throw that meatball down the middle, and I think they should be whacking away at it. Ryan Williams will come to the plate right now. He is the catcher. And he got a base hit. He came around to score in that last inning. So this pitch is a little high. So
well, that's 5 straight pitches by Martinez that he's missed up high outside of the strike zone. So that, generally speaking, that's a little bit of a sign of fatigue.
yeah, and so
That means he may not be getting his back leg the extension that he needs to off of it.
yeah, it could be. And so I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how long Maddox is going to stay out there. This is swung and a swing and a miss on this one. That makes it 1-1 is the count right now to Ryan Williams. He'll be followed by Makua Makai.
Isn't there a Disney song about him?
There should be. That should be the name of a movie. It really could be.
I think it could be. Yeah, I think we might have something there.
What was that one they just had there about
Moana?
Yeah.
She was from Hawaii, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I'm surprised he wasn't in it. Surprised Makua wasn't in it.
Yeah, really. So Ryan Williams, and so called strike. So one away.
Number 19.
And the runner still at first base. That is Mark McManey. And now here comes Makua Makai. So no worries for him. And a nice single for Makua on his first at bat. Just kind of dumped it down the left field line for a nice little base hit. That kind of got the rally going. Whoa. Got another wild one out in the center field. And so this is going to be pulled in for Los Alamos. So good job out there for the Hilltoppers by Aiden Logan. But boy, that was a deep center field. And right back up to against the fence. So he just took that first pitch and he just let it fly. But right there, good job for out there in right field for in center field, actually, for Los Alamos by Aiden Logan. So that makes it two away still with the runner on first base. And there's Ryan Williams. And then Andrew Olson, the right fielder, he comes to the plate. And he's a right-handed batter. And the Academy has 2 or 3 left-handed batters coming up. I think Drew Watkins is our only left-handed batter, I recall. We usually have more. I mean, what was a couple of years ago, we had more left-handed batters than we had right-handed batters. Yeah, I think we had 5 left-handed batters in the lineup, and that is, in high school baseball, you never see that. No, you sure don't. So it's anyway, still a very, very nice day here. Wow. Perfect temperature, and and the wind, which came up just momentarily, is gone. Couldn't ask for a better day. And boy, thin clouds around. Swing and miss that time. So Andrew Olson at the plate. Well, the Charter Athletic department just did top notch, as like everything else. I think they actually ordered the weather today, so that's generally how they work. Yes. Very little goes wrong here. That's right. So he takes the swing, he takes the cut. So there's 2 outs, and so Andrew Olson is at the plate. He's behind on the count right now. He's the right fielder, and let's see, they still have the runner on first over there. And Mark McNaney, he was a designated hitter. Maddox a little worried about him, but he's not taking much of a lead. Now there he whacks one. This one's going to go out into center field. So right over second base, just fly to right smack over second, bounced out there in center field, and coming in a hurry, Aiden Logan scoops it up and brings it in, but so Andrew Olson gets a nice single, and so that's gonna advance Mark McNaney down to second. So now they have runners on first and second. There's 2 outs. And here comes Riley Bleicher. And so Riley.
That's going to be in the gap.
Yes,
left center field gap. One run's going to come in to score.
Another run coming in. And they're taking forever to get this ball back. And they finally bring it to second because cutting around Riley Bleicher cut around second base. Looked like he might try to go to third, but then he realized that he had no prayer, so he turns around and dives into second. But boy, like Mike said, they put it right smack in the gap between center and left. And Hilltoppers took them forever to field that. My God, I mean those runners coming in, especially the second runner. I mean, he could have walked in backwards, and I mean they just didn't have any trouble at all. And so Mark McNaney, who started things off, he was a designated hitter, and so he walked, and so he comes around to score, and that makes it makes it 5. And let's see, then Andrew Olson, he comes in, and right now we have on second base Riley Bleicher with a beautiful double, and we're at the top of the order, Mike. This is Luke Lasky is the top of the order. He's center field. But let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs.
Yeah. So, and not out of the woods yet here is Martinez facing a tough hitter at the top of the order here with a runner on second. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And Martinez is giving a long look in home plate.
Yeah, he really is. So the pitch is going to be high.
3-1 the count, I believe.
Yeah, 5-0.
Or is it 2-1? I thought it was 3-1.
The count is 2-1, Mike says. He can see the scoreboard. I can't make out that scoreboard. Looking through the screen, I see more screen than I see scoreboard. We got kicked out of the spot we wanted.
That was a great spot, too.
It was.
So 3-1, and it is now 3-1 after another high pitch by Martinez. You know, if Martinez does not retire Lasky here, I would have to think the Toppers have to make a move.
Yeah,
have to make a pitching move.
Yeah, I think so. Lasky, he's the number 1 batter in the lineup for Academy, and this one he thought was a walk. He started heading down to first, and the umpire gave him a Nielsen.
Well, that wasn't that close of a pitch. That caught a pretty good piece of the outside corner.
Yeah, it really did.
It wasn't that close.
I don't know why he thought that was a ball. That was like you say, pretty good pitch. And so he swings and misses on this one. And so Lasky strikes out. And so that makes it 5-0 after 3 innings.
Well, boy, Toppers in dire straits right now, heading into the top of the 4th, though, Gene, for the Chargers in that bottom of the 2nd inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no Topper errors, and 1 left on base. 5-0 in favor of Academy. This is game 2 of a best-of-3 series. Academy won the first game, 8-5 yesterday. The Toppers need to win this game, or it is all over for them, and the Chargers will advance. You are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and we are bringing you state class 4A baseball first round at dreary, just completely discombobulated, shabby Albuquerque Academy. It's like I'd be embarrassed, frankly, to play here.
Yeah, really
just horrible. It is absolutely horrible. There's like a pebble that's out of place over there. I don't under, how do they live with themselves?
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
But
And so the Toppers, if they want to stay alive and boogie to Saturday night, they have got to start a rally here pretty quickly. Satish Reicher still on the mound for the Academy Chargers. He's gone through 3, no runs allowed. The Toppers have so far 2 hits. They got those in the second inning, but Reicher, other than that, has been pretty solid, but he has thrown a lot of pitches. There was some activity in the Charger bullpen between innings, as stepping up to the plate for the Toppers is Drew Watkins, the number 3 hitter. He's the third baseman. He'll be followed by Jack Boudet and Zach Gonzalez due up in this top of the 4th inning.
yeah, I think as we were pointing out, I think Drew is the only left-handed batter for Los Alamos, and the count, I believe, is 1-1. This one's going to be a little out low and outside. So Satish is, like Mike said, he's throwing a lot of pitches. I mean, well, of course, that last inning, he didn't have any trouble at all. And there's a foul ball. Yeah, like I was saying, the angle we have is not a very good angle. We had a pretty good angle. We had a pretty nice place over there.
We couldn't have asked for a better place right there behind home plate.
Yeah, so there's a called strike on Drew Watkins. Yeah, but we came over and we set up our table and everything getting all ready, and then they came over and told us that this spot is for the Academy parents, and they brought out their little fold-up chairs or fold-up seats, little cloth ones, and spread them out and sent us on our way. You can't sit here.
That's right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
That was it.
So up to the plate for the Topper, Zach Gonzalez, the left fielder. What happened?
I don't either.
I didn't see what happened, but
that's supposed to be the designated hitter.
Zach Gonzalez.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Jack Moudet. Excuse me, Zach Gonzalez now up to the plate.
Yeah,
I have no idea what happened. Better find out.
I think he struck out. I think.
What happened? How did he get on first?
He got hit.
Oh, he got hit. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So hit by pitch was the call. I did not see it. I was actually looking at where that nice spot that we could have sat in over there, and I did not see that. But he was hit by a pitch, so he is aboard. And then now Zach Gonzalez, the left fielder.
So this pitch now comes inside, so right one away as Drew Watkins started things off, and he struck out. And then Jack Moudet was hit by the pitch, and he's a designated hitter, and so he was designated to be hit. And and that's exactly what they did. And so Zach Gonzalez is now at the plate for Los Alamos, trailing in this ballgame 5-0. There he gets a piece of it, and so this is going to go head out into center field, right center field.
Oh boy! And Moudet going, he turned second, then he hesitated. Then he's decided to take off for third. The Chargers didn't see him, but had they seen him, he was not very far on his way to third. But he able to crash land into third base, so everybody's safe. Runners at first and third, 1 out. But yeah, I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication or what, but Moudet took a huge turn at second and then stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, the Academy had paid attention. I think they probably weren't worried about it. they'd paid attention, they could have picked him off fairly easily. But the Hilltoppers now with runners on first and third. There's one away, and Gavin Mitchell is at the plate for Los Alamos, and he is the first baseman for the Hilltoppers. And the count right now, 2-0. So Satish in danger of, right now, could be in danger of loading the bases if he ends up walking. There comes a pitch, and that also is a ball. So we're going to make it 3-0. So let's see now. Is he going to throw the meatball?
I don't know. This is interesting. This is a dangerous pitch here for Reicher. But no, that's going to run inside for a walk. So that's going to load the bases with one out. To be perfectly honest, for Reicher, that was not the worst thing he could have done, was load the bases.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they can play on any base now, all the way around, from home all the way around to home.
And Chris Alexander, the Charger manager, going to step out to the mound. Could he walk any slower to the mound then? Anyway, he's at the mound talking to his pitcher. Bases loaded, 5-0 ball game. This is the best chance the Toppers have had so far in this contest to get something going, and they're going to get it with Kyle Evanhus at the plate. And this will be Kyle's second trip to the plate. Actually had a single in that second inning, but was stranded on base at the end of the inning. Actually, that single, Gene, would have scored a run, but unfortunately for the Toppers, Gavin Mitchell was picked off of second a couple of pitches earlier.
Yes, yeah, just barely. So first pitch now they're coming down now to, let's see, it says this is who's at the plate right now. So Kyle Evanhus. Yes. So Kyle at the plate. And so right now, so 0-2, way ahead.
Two nice pitches there from Reicher. Inside fastball and then a breaking ball. 0-2 the count.
The bases loaded. And he fouls this one back. So the count remains at 0-2. So a nice hit by Kyle. Could get these Hilltoppers back in this ball game, 5-0. One thing you got to keep in mind is that they have a mercy rule. If you're down by 10 after 5 innings, the ball game is over. The Hilltoppers right now are down 5-0 after 3 innings. So,
oh boy!
Whoa! Called strike, boy. Kyle doesn't like it.
No, he did not. That was a close pitch, but that's too close to take with 2 strikes. You can't watch a pitch like that with 2 strikes. So, unfortunately, Evanhus goes down. Esteban Trujillo. That was a big out, by the way, for Reicher.
Yeah, it really was.
Now there is 2 away here.
Yeah, the base is loaded, but it's interesting is after they called that third strike on Kyle, he just kind of stood there, and then he kind of kept pointing to the plate and talking to the umpire, and I don't know, he was not a happy camper. I mean, not at all.
Yeah, tough. Like I said, it was a borderline pitch, but I think too close to watch with 2 strikes. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one, but 2-0 the count quickly here to Esteban Trujillo. The base is still loaded, but 2 outs. And that one's going to be low as well. So 3-0.
3-0, bases loaded.
No place to put Esteban. So he very likely is going to get something to hit here. So.
Yeah, just give him the meatball. What he needs right now, the Hilltoppers need a grand slam home run.
And that would certainly get him back in this ball game. That's for sure.
From Esteban, bases loaded, 3-0 is the.
No, that's going to be low.
That's a walk, so they walk in a run. So that will bring Jack Mude in from third base. And so they walk in to run as Esteban Trujillo draws the walk. Now we come to the bottom of the order. Matty Martinez, the pitcher for Los Alamos, but the bases are still loaded. And
that one toward the top of the strike zone. We're going to call that a strike to Martinez, as Martinez's second trip to the plate this afternoon as well. He grounded out to second base his first time up in the top of the third. He fouls one off. 0-2 the count to Martinez, but he has a big chance to help himself out here.
Yes, he really does. So the bases are still loaded. And we have one run came in, so that makes it a 5-1 ball game. And this one he fouls off. So the count's going to remain at 0-2. So right now, Satish, the pitcher, way ahead of his counterpart, Maddox Martinez. And so we'll see what. And so he whacks it down to the shortstop to throw to first in time. So Maddox grounds out to. Last time he grounded out to the second base. This time he grounds out to the shortstop. But it leaves three runners on the bag, Mike. But the Hilltoppers do get one run in. So it makes it now 5-1. And let's see. And so Maddox was the bottom of the order. So we're going to come back around. And the next time the Hilltoppers come up, we'll be at the top of the order with Diego Rodriguez. We'll start things off for Los Alamos in the top of the fifth inning. But right now, Mike, the business at hand is the fourth inning. And 5-1 ball game.
And we have a new pitcher for Los Alamos coming in to pitch, Zach Gonzalez. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he's going to come in place of Maddox Martinez. And the Toppers, I'm not surprised about this. I think they had to make a move here, down by 4 runs and getting in toward the latter stages of the contest. So they would have had to have done something, and so Gonzalez is going to come in to pitch in relief of Martinez. But Gonzalez coming into a bit of a sticky wicket here.
Yes.
He has got not only does he have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, Michelangelo Duva, Satish Reicher, and Matt Delaney. So a big kind of 3 big hitters coming up for the Chargers. Not only that, he has got to keep the Chargers off the scoreboard.
Yeah,
and the Toppers cannot afford really to give up any more runs at this point. So we'll see. But so Gonzalez got his work cut out for him as Michelangelo Duva coming to the plate. And he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. And let's see, what else did he do?
He struck out.
Yes, he did strike out. So
hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the second. And because they bat the second inning, they batted, put up 8 batters in that second inning. So anyway, we're right now at the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's like Mike said, Michelangelo Duva.
Yep, and he'll be when we haven't seen Rafael Duva, Donatello Duva, or Leonardo Duva come in yet. So they must be saving him for the later innings.
Yes, they must be.
And Master Splinter Duva, I don't even think he's here today.
No, I don't think he is. But here comes Mick. Oh, he's taking
a little. So going over, I think the signs. Gonzalez, is that Trujillo still behind the plate? I'm not sure it is. Let's see.
Let's see if I can see his number. Here, umpire gets out of the way.
Yeah, umpire always gets in the way.
Yes, he does.
Why doesn't he go stand somewhere else?
Uh,
So no, I don't think so. I think. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think that is Trujillo still behind the plate.
so the pitching now for Los Alamos, Zach Gonzalez, and he's facing right now Michelangelo Duva.
Oh boy,
Duva.
Well, no,
Long fly ball in center field.
I thought Michelangelo caught a lot more of that than he did.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it.
Yeah, that was a big fly, but this is a gigantic ballpark.
Yeah, it is.
So plenty of room. Aiden Logan didn't even have to sweat that out too much out there in the center field.
And now here comes the pitcher, Satish Reicher, and he's a left-handed batter. And let's see, he got on base on the first. He got a hit on the first inning. He got on base, and then he flew out to third on a foul. It was a foul ball over by third base, but it was pulled in over there for the Hilltoppers by Drew Watkins. But anyway, so Satish Reicher at the plate with one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They play 7 innings, by the way. And so it's a hard hit ball out into left field. And that's going to be pulled in for the Hilltoppers out there. Well, it was Zach Gonzalez. I'm not sure who's in left field now.
Yeah, we do not know, but anyway, Reicher aboard. One away for the Chargers, and that's going to bring up Matt Delaney, the cleanup batter. He's the first baseman for the Chargers. So Gonzalez pitching out of the stretch here, and I think we have a golden runner there, and he's got, my goodness, look at that lead he's got.
Yes.
Let's see if we can figure out who that is. That is 8th grader Joseph Rounds. He is the golden runner for Satish Reicher.
Yeah, he's pretty small. I imagine he's pretty fast too.
He better be with that kind of lead.
Oh, he's way out there.
So that one catches the inside corner. 1-1 the count to Matt Delaney. Still one out here, bottom of the fourth inning. And like I said, the Toppers cannot afford to give up any more runs.
No, they cannot. 5-1 ball game right now. And at the plate is Matt Delaney, has the runner on first. There's one away as Michelangelo flew out to center. And so Matt Delaney steps in. And here comes a little bit of breeze. Go first.
That's going to get away. That's going to go all the way to the backstop. And that's going to get out of play. And actually, on that play, that was the best thing that could have happened, was it got out of play. Had that stayed in play, well, they're going to move him over to third anyway, which is the right call. But boy, had that not gotten out of play, Gene, I don't know that he doesn't score there. There's nobody there.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
Jason Martinez coming out to get, I think, clarification on the ground rule. But like we said, I mean, there is a mile of foul territory down that right side. And there's a line that marks where the ball is out of play. And that's over by the Charger bullpen. And that ball almost didn't make it there. Another 2 feet, I think it dies in the grass. And I think that's so far out there. I'm not sure Rounds doesn't come all the way around to score.
Yeah, really.
But in any event, he does move over to third base.
Yeah, he went down to second, and then they move him to third. And since that ball was out of play, he'd already stolen second base, and Matt Delaney, who's been up the mound forever, and this one is going to be in the dirt. And,
boy, and I got to say, Rounds is not shy at all about getting off of these bases. He was halfway home.
Yes. So. He's just kind of daring. They're daring Esteban to throw it down to third. But Matt Delaney, my God, he's been up there for a half an hour. And the count right now is 3 balls and 1 strike. Boy, he's been at that batter's box a long time. Swings and misses, and so that makes it a full count.
Right, breaking ball there by Gonzalez, kind of a slow curve there, and boy, Delaney was looking to whack it, but swung about a half hour early.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Mark McNaney is on deck, but right now it's 2 outs. Hilltoppers, they want to get out of this inning right now, so but this one's high. So he walks him. And here comes Mark McNaney.
Number 6,
and
Mark McNaney.
He's the designated hitter. And
got designated hit his last time at bat, I believe.
Yes, he did. And
well, that's what you get. That's what you're there for.
That's right. That's why they designate you as a hitter. All right. So
first and third, 1 out. Toppers, no choice here but to play double play depth in the infield.
Yes.
And they're probably about middle depth in the outfield. I'm a little surprised about that. And that was going to get away from the catcher, but Rounds didn't go anywhere.
That's a surprise.
And Rounds has been fooling around on the base pass the entire time, and he doesn't go anywhere. And I think he scores on that.
Oh yeah, he certainly does.
Wow! So the Toppers catch a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I thought he was going for sure, but so they.
And that's one, that wild pitch, that's going to go to the backstop, and Rounds going to score standing up, moving over to third base. That's going to be
Matt Delaney.
Yeah, Delaney, but wild pitch there from Gonzalez. So Rounds will score easily, and that's going to make it 6-1. Runner on third, still 1 out.
Yeah,
boy, oh boy, the Toppers did not need that at this juncture.
No, they didn't,
and so they're going to intentionally walk
Mac McNaney,
which is actually probably the right move at this point. Keep the double play chance alive here, but boy, Toppers back down to 5. That's a problem. And home plate umpire is running out to the dugout, the Topper dugout. I have no idea why.
Yeah, you're doing that a lot. Maybe he went to get a drink of water. I don't know. Anyway, he's trying to write something down in his little book that the runners on first and third. So the Hilltoppers have.
I think we have do we have another golden runner out there? Yeah, I think we do actually for the Chargers. That is another 8th grader, Aiden Shum. So golden runners kind of kind of green golden runners. Two eighth graders here, but so first and third. And at the plate right now is Ryan Williams, the catcher. Topper's not out of the woods yet.
No, they're not at all. So right now, you'll see, well, they've only got one out. One out, one run is scored. They have 2 runners on. And like Mike said, they've got it set up that they essentially any base they can just get it out with just stepping on the base, except for first, of course. But anyway, so they can force somebody at second. They can force somebody coming home. And, of course, they already have a runner on third, so he's going to have to move or do something. So anyway, the Ryan Williams, the catcher, is the left fielder, and he is the catcher. Sorry, Ryan Williams, and it's 3-0. Wow. Well, this could load the bases. Well,
that's going to be low for ball 4, and that will load the bases. So 1 out for the Chargers here. Bases loaded, and that's going to bring up our favorite hitter, Gene. Makoa Mukai, the third baseman, and he's having himself a pretty nice ball game, actually. And that's going to bring Jason Martinez out to the mound. So bases loaded, 1 out. I don't know if he wants to make a move here or not. We'll see. He doesn't immediately look like he is. I think he's just trying to settle his pitcher down, but dire straits here for Los Alamos, and they just had a chance maybe to get out of a little bit of trouble there in the top of the 4th inning. Only earned the 1 run. Toppers really need a big rally, but right now it is the Chargers threatening to really just absolutely break this game wide open.
They've got the bases loaded. There's only 1 out, and here comes Makoa Mukai, a big left-handed hitter, a big kid, and boy, if he gets a hold of something, that's gonna. That could be. It's already big trouble for Los Alamos trailing 5-1 here in this ball game. But if Makoa gets a hold of one, the Hilltoppers they're gonna really be in a hole after the 4th inning. So the longtime Zach Gonzalez. That pitch was a little low and outside. I think he called it a ball.
No, he did not. He gave him the strike.
Oh, he did give him the strike.
Oh, that was a borderline pitch.
Yes, it was. I didn't see the strike call. Anyway, whoa, this is swung and missed. Oh, going for that one. Going in the strike 2. So Makoa trying to get one at least to the fence. I don't know if it's possible to hit a home run here.
Yeah, that is a long way out. You really got to get a hold of one, and Gonzalez he's in no hurry to deliver this pitch. Let me tell you.
No, he isn't.
I was going to run in on Makoa. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Makoa Mukai. And Makoa, let's see. Makoa is the third baseman for the Chargers. This is going to be a low one inside. Whoa.
2-2 the count now. It's an interesting pitch here. Gonzalez still up in the count, but I don't know if he has to. And he's going to have to come up with something. He does not want to run the count full in this situation.
No, he doesn't.
And that is not it. That's going to be outside. That actually a little bit of a hook that broke in a little. That was closer to the strike zone when it got to the plate than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it certainly was. And the way it came over the plate, I thought that was going to be a strike for sure. But so that's going to make it now 3-1, full count.
Oh, and that's going to be over the head of Mackay, and that's going to force in a run. And
not going to matter anyway. It was a walk. So anyway, so it goes he actually walks, as it was a wild pitch, but that brings home Matt Delaney.
And Jason Martinez coming out. That will probably do it for Gonzalez here. I don't know who's left. I don't know who he had planned to start game 3, but I don't think you have much choice but to bring him in at this point.
Yeah,
there's just no Toppers have no wiggle room. 7-1 the count, and bases still loaded, Gene, and the problem here is, Gene, not only is the 6-run deficit a problem, not only is the bases loaded situation a problem, now the Toppers have to worry about the mercy rule.
Yeah, they really do. And
I mean, it is looks like coming in, that's going to be left-hander Aiden Garcia. He's coming in off the bench. Garcia's not played in this ball game. But he's gonna pitch here, try to get the Toppers out of this jam in the 4th inning. But a grand slam or a couple of back-to-back hits by the Chargers. The Toppers are going to go down 10, and Chargers will have a chance to close out the ball game in the top of the next inning.
Yes, exactly right. And so well, I thought they might bring in Kyle Evans, who said they've been using him as a pitcher this year. Kyle's done a good job. And so I thought they might bring him in. He's from State, plays second base, but I thought that's who I was expecting. I was expecting Jason to bring in Kyle, but he's decided not to do that. And so who is the pitcher right now?
Aiden Garcia. Yeah, coming in off the bench. He has not played in this ball game. He's a left-handed pitcher. And, I don't know if, like I said, we don't really know who was slated to start for the Toppers in game 3, but whoever that was, I don't know that the Toppers have much of a choice right now. Maybe Gonzalez was that individual. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Toppers have got to use every single weapon they have available to them right now. They are in dire straits here in this bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, are they ever? I mean, they've already run one pitcher off, and then there's only one away, and they've got the bases loaded, and they already walked one run in. So right now, let's see, they're sitting at 7-0. And like Mike says, with the bases loaded and only one away, and they're 3 runs away from putting this game away, because if they go up 10-0 and then hold Los Alamos in the top of the 5th inning, then it's over.
Boy, oh boy. And Toppers, we were saying tonight at softball, Los Alamos and Academy always seem to run into each other at this juncture of the season, and unfortunately they got in the first round. Toppers lost just 5 ball games this entire year. 2 of them were to the Chargers.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have to face them again. That is unfortunate, and that was boy, I wonder if Jason, after if they end up losing this game, if Jason Martinez is going to send a strongly worded letter to the seating and selection committee, because I think he's got a beef here. And we were talking about that earlier. And so Garcia and Esteban Trujillo go over the signals, I think.
And did the baseball game. And the Academy won that one easily, but I don't know who the batter was. But he put one over the left field fence. And I think that ball is still in orbit. My God, I couldn't believe how. There's a high foul ball down first base. And
looked like coming off of first base there, Gavin Mitchell had a shot at it. I think he lost track of it, and that ends up falling right in front of the Charger dugout. I think Mitchell just kind of lost it.
Yeah, he really did, because he got too far under it. He was too far ahead. He was coming around, and he was running to his. Anyway, he was running over to his left, and then he as the ball came down, he had to take a step back, and so there's a base hit out into right field, and that's going to bring home a bunch of runs. Let's see, 2 runs will score. So a nice hit that time for that one by Andrew Olson. So Olson paced one out into right field, and that brings home 2 runs. So coming in to score is Mark McNaney, and then Ryan Williams, Ryan Williams essentially scores. But anyway, we had 2 golden runners out there, and they both scored. And then so right now we should have Makoa Makai should be over on third base.
He is. And another hit out into center field. That's going to be caught, but that's going to be deep enough to score Makai. So Makai will come in on the sacrifice fly. And
yes. So
he comes in standing up, and that's going to make it 10-1. So runner still on second base.
That's Riley Bleicher, right? So, let's see, we have.
Yeah, I believe that's correct on second base. So 2 down here.
We are at the top of the order. This is the 9th batter. You're going to bring up Luke Lasky.
Well, runner on second, and it base hit, and the Toppers will be in the mercy rule.
Trouble.
And, that's a high fly ball out to center field. That's going to get over Logan's head.
That's
coming in to score
fence.
Easily.
Yes, absolutely. And a double. And a double for Luke Lasky. So Luke Lasky comes in and pastes a double out into center field. And so that brings home
let's see, then
2 runs, right?
Just a 1 run, but who was that? That was Olson that comes in to score.
Okay.
So 11-1, Toppers down by 10. So after this inning, the Chargers will have a chance to close out this ball game.
Yes, they certainly will. So at the plate right now, let's see, we moved into, we're back to Michelangelo Dua.
He led off this inning flying out to center. That was a first out of the inning, and then after that, outs have been a little hard to come by.
6 runs in this inning so far. And Mick, let's see what's Mick got. He's got a runner on third. I guess that's it.
Yep, just the 1 runner, but two down here. Garcia still on the mound, pitching out of the stretch. Ground ball to third. That's juggled a little bit, and it's thrown away. That's going to go out into right field. 1 run's going to score. Michelangelo's going to end up on second.
Yeah, so yep. So
wheels falling off here in this fourth inning for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Luke Lasky, he comes in to score, and so and Duva. So Duva down at first base. Let's see. So batting right now should be Satish. Yeah, Reicher.
And Reicher, a switch hitter, apparently. I didn't know that. Anyway, he's batting right-handed here against the left-handed Aiden Garcia. So, the 12-1 ball game. Runner at second base for a very, very dangerous hitter here. But unfortunately, like we said, Gene, things kind of going south here for the Toppers quickly in this bottom of the fourth inning. 7 runs in already. And Reicher.
Ground ball out into right field.
They're going to send the runner. There's going to be a play at the plate, but that's going to be the throw off line and
way over Esteban Trujillo's head. And so that's going to move Satish Reicher. Let's see, he was the batter, right?
Yes. So
Satish is going to go down to second.
Joseph Rounds, now batting, number 10.
And then coming home to score. And Luke Lasky.
Up to bat now is Matt Delaney, the first baseman, still 2 out, runner in second, 13-1 ball game. And Aiden Garcia coming off the bench in relief. But Chargers will not be slowed down here in this fourth inning. 8 runs in, unbelievable. As this game has just completely gotten away from the Hilltoppers here in this bottom of the fourth inning.
And let's see, is there 2 outs?
There are 2 outs.
Yeah, we had a sacrifice fly on one of them, so that scored the run, but we did get the out. But right now it's 13-1. I think we're in deep doo-doo right now. Mark Delaney at the plate, and Delaney puts a high fly ball.
Oh, and it is dropped in right field.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
Routine fly ball cannot be held on, and that's going to bring another run in. So, well, that was the out they needed, but will not get it. So 14-1. Boy, oh boy, just nothing going right for the Hilltoppers right now.
No.
And that's going to bring up Mark McNaney.
Yeah, he's a designated hitter, and let's see. And how many batters did they put up this inning?
See, it was 10, 11, 12. He'll be the 13th batter of the inning.
Wow. 13 batters, and they scored 8 runs, 9 runs. So it was a 13 right now.
14 to 1. So
they scored 9 runs.
And not done yet. This is a dangerous hitter here.
Yeah, they could get they could do them. They could have, if it had been a 0-0 ball game, they could have mercy ruled us with this inning. But Academy is just on fire, and Hilltoppers really can't do anything about it. Everybody's hitting. This one's fouled off. It's going to come down by the first base dugout out of play. And so,
yeah, we'll run in the count to 1 and 2. And unfortunately, Gene, the Toppers have had a couple of chances defensively to kind of limit the damage in this
they have.
in this inning, and made a couple of costly errors. And that foul ball that just got out of play kind of reminded me there was another foul ball earlier in this inning that the Toppers might have had a play on that might have made a little bit of a difference, and that one is going to bounce in front of the plate and then smack McNaney right in the bottom. And so that's going to count as a hit by pitch. Well, you know, if you're going to get hit, that's actually the way to do it. Get hit on a bounce pass. So
Replacing the DH,
just things.
EJ Gallardo.
So let's see. So what do we got here? We got
Batting number 7, Ryan Williams.
so we have Matt Delaney on second, and Mark McNaney is on first, and
still 2 out, 9 runs in, and we're coming up. Ryan Williams, the catcher. This will be his second appearance in this inning.
yeah. So Ryan Williams at the plate. Yeah, they're all going to be second appearances from here on. This one is going to be outside. So the Hilltoppers having a heck of a time right now getting the ball over the plate. And if they do get it over the plate, the Academy batters are not having any trouble putting the bat on it. So they've been banging it away, and this one is going to be fouled off. So come back to the, what's the count, Mike?
Count is 1-1 here to Williams. I lost track of how many batters. 11, 12, 13, 14th batter of the inning. So just not the inning Los Alamos needed. Definitely.
So it makes it 2-1. 2-1 on a high pitch. So we still have runners on first and second. 2 away. And the
long fly ball out to left field. And that's going to get over the head of the left fielder. One run's going to score, and they're going to hold up. They're going to hold up the pinch runner EJ Gallardo at third. That's going to make it 15-1.
So is that Ryan Blacker?
Yes.
Yeah. He just got the double.
No, that was Williams.
That was
Williams, and that's going to bring up.
Entering the game in the 7th spot.
That was supposed to bring up Mukoa Mukai, but they're not going to send Mukoa out.
That's right.
I'm upset. I'm upset they're not bringing him out.
Ryan Williams. And here comes.
That is going to be a big kid here, by the way. Senior Tom Pullen. Wow, he's a monster.
Yeah, he certainly is.
Senior Tom Pullen is going to pinch hit for Mukoa Mukai.
My God.
He's using like a 35-inch bat. It looks like a pixie stick in his hands. Jeez, he is a brute.
Yeah, he gets a hold of one. It's going to be this when the pitch is outside. But I mean, this ball game is essentially over. But but boy, I mean, swings and misses. So it makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Tom Pullen. He's a senior. First time at bat. What is he, about the 15th or 16th?
I believe he's a 15th batter of the inning, if I'm not mistaken. And swing and fouls one straight back.
Yeah.
But Pullen, and I mean, he looks like a, he looks like a defensive lineman or something. Georgia, he's got to play football.
Oh yeah.
would think. And it'd be a shame for the Chargers if he did. Nice breaking ball there from Garcia, and Pullen just gets a piece of it to stay alive. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of swings, but he's getting pieces of them, but he hasn't connected. Maybe he just doesn't connect that well, but boy, if he does,
and that's going to do a nice pitch there by Garcia to finally retire the side. So Pullen goes down looking, but for the Chargers, rather, holy moly, 10 runs. All right, 10 runs. Yes, 10 runs and a bunch of hits. I haven't, we'll count them up later, but 3 very costly errors by the Toppers.
Yeah.
So 15-1 ball game. Unbelievable. So for the Toppers, they need 5 runs to stay alive and force a bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, we're going to see. And so let's see, coming up here let's see, this would be the top of the 5th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So top of the 5th, and we're going to bring up all our star hitters right off the bat. Diego Rodriguez, Aiden Logan, and then Drew Watkins. And that'll be the first 3 batters for Los Alamos. And as we start off with the top of the order for the Hilltoppers, Diego is the shortstop, Logan is center, Drew Watkins is unless we have some we might have some pinch hitters, I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but anyway, we're ready to go, and let's see who's walking up to the plate up there.
That is Diego, and a new pitcher for the Chargers, by the way, Jane. That is Luke Lasky coming in to pitch. He was the center fielder, so he's got 4 runs to play with here.
So he's going to be the closer for Academy. So
he is the Goose Gossage of the Chargers. Apparently, he is not Goose Gossage stature, but ground ball to third. That one thrown across the plate in plenty of time for 1 out.
Yeah, so it starts out in grounds. So Diego Rodriguez grounds out to third base. And so that's going to bring up Aiden Logan. And Aiden is the second baseman. Let's see, third baseman, I'm sorry. No, that's not right. Center field. I can do this.
So Aiden Logan definitely plays a position. We know that.
Exactly. And I finally figured out which one. It's he's out in center. And but I don't know. I don't think he's going to see center field again on this day.
Not unless the Toppers get really hot really quick.
Yes, they already 1 down. Luke Lasky pitching. And count right now is 2 balls, 1 strike. So Lasky, who started off the ball game and this one
popped up, and that got lost in the sun. The third baseman came over. He thought he had it, and then he just shielded his head. Obviously lost in the sun. The shortstop came by to get it too, and he lost it in the sun.
Yeah,
that's going to drop in for a base hit. It looked like a routine pop, but that must have gone right into the sun because everybody lost track of it.
Yeah. So that's going to bring up Drew Watkins, left-handed, and This ball's going to get away from the catcher, so down to second base goes Aiden Logan. So Aiden Logan goes down to second, and Drew Watkins still at the plate for Los Alamos with one away, and the Hilltoppers trailing in this ball game. What is it, 15-1? So and this one he belts out into left field.
That's going to get to the fence.
All the way to the fence. That's going to score a run. He's going to get a double out of this. So the left-handed batter, Drew Watkins, nice hit out into all the way out into deep left field. That brings home Aiden Logan from second. And so now on second base is Drew Watkins. And let's see, at the plate right now should be and is Jack Moody. He's a designated hitter. And so he swings and misses. So maybe he'll get hit by the pitch again. They can put him. Whoa.
Oh, boy. Right at the top of the strike zone, and Moody did not like that call. That was a borderline pitch. But but Lasky gets the benefit of the call, and now we have two down. Toppers down to their last batter.
And Zach Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, left-handed batter. Toppers still need 4 runs here to stay alive, and Gonzalez fouls one straight back and out of play. But Toppers still a long way to go just to remain alive here.
That's really. Well, they have to score 5 runs, I guess, 4 runs. 4 runs to extend this ball game. But well, the catcher going to go out and talk to the pitcher, figure out what they're going to do after the game.
Yeah, I think it was more of a social visit. Is like, I heard there's some girls over here. Maybe we should go over there after the game.
Yeah, really. Strike call on the right, boy, just on a low ball right at the knees and right on the outside corner for the left-handed batter. And boy, he's way back in the batter's box. Wow. Swings and misses at that one. And that will do it.
1 run, 2 hits.
So that's it. 15-1.
For today's game for Academy: 15 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Los Alamos, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors.
15-2.
15-2 is your final score in the second game in this best-of-3 series. The Chargers win it, and the Chargers will move on to the second round of the Class 4A state championship. And they will play very likely the Artesia Bulldogs. That is not the team you want to play here in the at state. But we touched on this a little bit earlier, Gene, that Los Alamos really got to the short end of the seating stick here, and it was. That the Chargers were seated ahead of them was actually okay. That was not the issue. But you kind of look where everybody fell, and I think you get a good argument that Toppers should have had a 5 or a 6 seed rather than, and they drop all the way to 9.
Well, the thing that's interesting is that I talked to Ann Stewart yesterday, and she was telling me that I was asking her about the seating, and she said, well, when they got down to that part there was they had a 5-way tie for the middle seeds.
Wow.
And so then when they went through whatever the whatever it is they do, the little compilations or whatever the heck it happens to be. Anyway, they had a 5-way tie, and we came in 5th.
Unbelievable.
So we were at the bottom of the tie. We would have had a higher seed, but we got into that 5-way tie, and then for some strange reason, we I don't know how they broke it up, but anyway, we got the total short end of the stick.
That is the shortest end of the stick that you could possibly get.
Well, I guess.
And and I realize, there is some interestingly, when they do the seating and selection, there isn't a ton of subjectivity in there. There is a little bit, but they have a mathematical formula or something like that. And if it's close, I think the selection committee can adjust it. But, to win 20 games in a season and to end up 9th, there's something wrong with that system. That should not be. Yeah. And I get it. We did not have a particularly strong district. I understand that. And that, like I said, the Toppers losing 2 games to the Chargers, that was a problem.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Chargers were seated ahead of us, I have no problem with that. The Chargers were the better team during the regular season. I had absolutely no problem with that. But when you get down to it, you're a district champ. You won 20 games. You're coming in on a 15-game winning streak, and there is no wiggle room there. That makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't. They certainly should have been a lower seed, like a 6 or a 5, and
it would have been fine with a 5. It would have been fine with a 6. Frankly, I think I would have loved a 7, but I think that was justifiable if you look at just kind of how everything shook out. But a 9 seed there's something wrong with that.
And it's a bummer seed too, because the thing is that it's a 9 seed, and if you play the 8 seed, and even if you win, then you got to end up playing the first seed, number 1 seed.
Yeah, and you get to play Artesia, and Artesia is that is one of the premier programs historically in New Mexico high school baseball.
Yes,
and they're none too shabby this year. So, yeah, the 8-9 that's almost. That's worse than like a 12 or 13, to be honest with you.
It really is. Yeah, no. So anyway, it's too bad. So the Hilltoppers, like they should have had a better seed with the season they had and everything, but the Academy shown that 4 games Academy has won, so they certainly have showed they're the better team. All right, so they were seated ahead of Los Alamos, and justly so, because it's we really haven't come very close. The first game we lost like 11-0, but the second one, which we played in Los Alamos, we lost 6-4. Lost 8-5 yesterday, and then of course today we get waxed, and then also the softball team is same situation. Had a very, very good season and very, very good record. Did get a good seed, got a 5 seed, played the 12 seed Bobcats, and why the Bobcats were 12 seed is beyond me, because
that one I could not figure out. That was not a 12 seed.
That was not a 12 seed team we played yesterday anyway.
No, the Bobcats were something else, and that was boy, oh boy. And they just, they were, first of all, they were ginormous.
Yeah, they were.
They were huge girls, and every last one of them, 1 through 9, could swing the bat.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have any trouble. My God. I can't believe they had 4 home runs on 2 or 3 ground rule doubles. and then I don't know, 3 or 4, 5 in the field doubles, and I mean they were putting runners on base like crazy.
And that last home run they hit that punctured 3-run home run right at the end of the game, that ball might still be going.
Yeah,
that was just absolutely crushed.
Yes. So, well, I think what we're going to try to do, I think the boys are playing. There's a volleyball tournament going on right now, boys volleyball, and of course that's something a little different. That's not a sanctioned sport by the NMA, and of course that's how these things start out. That's the way the girls wrestling started out. That's the way soccer started. Can
you believe that soccer at one time was not an official sport in New Mexico? And the reason it is now is entirely because of the Los Alamos program.
Yes.
100%. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So Lou Cernacek was behind all of that, and
he is every high school soccer player in this state forever and ever owes a debt to Louis Cernacek.
Yeah, they really did, because he's the one that got it together and got it going. So they had the soccer, but so it won't be long. I guess we'll be looking at boys volleyball
and a couple of other things.
Yeah,
and you know me, I just love pool sports. Those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I love them. Anything having to do swimming, love it. Can't get enough.
And they called us and asked us if we would do a lacrosse game. And David Sutton told them, well, nobody here knows anything about lacrosse. And so I went with Phil Scher and John McHale, and we went over and watched the lacrosse game. And I thought, there's no way in the world I could broadcast a lacrosse game. You can forget that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. By the way, Gene, just a quick piece of trivia. Do you know who was considered the greatest lacrosse player of all time? He's known for something else, by the way.
Oh, who's that?
A gentleman by the name of Jim Brown.
Oh, who's
the
that?
great running back. He's also considered very possibly the greatest lacrosse player of all time.
Oh, is that right?
So just a little piece of trivia for you. But here we are, and everybody's pretty well cleared out. 15-2 final score here. Albuquerque Academy over Los Alamos. They sweep the 2-game series, and we'll move on. And congratulations, Chargers! Your big reward, you get to play Artesia.
Yeah,
so congratulations to you. But in any event, congratulations to the Chargers. They were clearly the better team this year, and between Los Alamos and Academy. So I think we're going to wrap things up here. 15-2 final score. Both Topper baseball and Topper softball eliminated, unfortunately. This, of course, the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and we want to thank Carol Clark out there, up there, and of course Charlene McHale keeping us on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, and I guess I'm sorry. We will be back on the air 4:00 for volleyball. And I was just informed we will be back for volleyball, but that's going to do it for baseball and softball for the 2023 season. And Gene, not much to say. It was all Chargers in this one.
Yeah, both games. Yesterday it was all Bobcats, and today it was all Chargers, and that's unfortunate because both the boys softball team, the girls softball team, and the boys baseball team both had really
No, that's going to be next week.